Hey, it's Bart with the Scotch Test Dummies. This is the last day, day 24, Christmas Eve. I will be doing day 25, Christmas, with Scott. So this will be my last solo one, and this one's nice. It's the Weems Malts Strawberry Fondant Icing. I don't know what a fondant is. It sounds fancy. Fancy fondant. It's a single grain Scotch whiskey, 29 years old. It says 29-year-old, Invergordon, and distilled in 1988. That is Scott and mine and Scott. That's when we graduated high school, 1988. 88's great. The cask type is Butt, B-U-T-T, so sherry Butt. Regions Highlands. So what are we going to get with the strawberry fondant icing? And we'll just cover what the thoughts are here in a little bit. All right, let's see. It smells sweet, yet dry and astringent at the same time. It's clean and crisp, maybe a touch of almost like a fresh cut pear. I didn't expect that. All right, let's see. All right, I think I see where they get the strawberry for sure. There's definitely a strawberry character in mid-palate. Sweet, watery, not overly sweet. Even a touch of maybe like, I wanted to say greenery, if that makes any sense at all. It kind of doesn't, but that's what came to mind. It's not quite a sugary sweetness. It's definitely more like a lingering fruit sweetness even in the finish. It's faint. You get a little bit of that, it's not quite buttery mouthfeel. It's not quite velvety mouthfeel, but you've got like this slight clinging, almost like a sweet coating in your mouth. It's very smooth. What was the ABV? Sorry, 46%. It's light, it's subtle, it's fruity sweet. All right. That doesn't dovetail into anything I'm going to say, but my last contemplative solo review with the Secret Spirits bottles are the fans in general, in total, in the industry, out of the industry, folks that have contacted us said, I ran across this, or my spouse was watching this, and I don't even drink whiskey, but I like the show. Fans in total. Thank you. So sometimes when you're doing a show, it's not easy to forget that there's thousands of people watching. We literally have thousands of people watching. But you don't operate that way. It's not a live audience. It's not immediately interactive unless we're doing a live show, and those are great. That's where that's fun in those comments. But I took some time earlier in the week to just go back and look at comments. And in particular, I was looking for comments that were still coming in on older shows. I was responding to recent comments as well, but it was intriguing to me, and I wish I could give him a shout out, but I can't even remember his name. There was a fella that was even looking at our really obscure stuff early on. We were trying like just weird stuff where we were doing like I think we had something about rants or something, and we were doing some little general rants on things. And This fan was finding videos that didn't have a lot of love. Maybe their views were in like the 100 something. Or he found one that had no comments and said, we needed to break that trend. This one now has a comment. Thank you, gentlemen. And I was like, well, that's cool. So that's the, for my contemplative side, just thinking about that kind of conversation, this world we're in, this future land that we're in, where the engagement comes back from all over the world, and it comes from folks and even folks we met in person. I'm not going to name any one person or a group because I'd leave people out, but it's so cool when you meet people and it's as if you kind of know them already. They definitely feel as if they know Scott and I just because they've watched sometimes hours and hours of the show. And I'm just privileged and blessed to be in this cool era where we can film thoughts on whiskey and reminiscence or contemplative moments, put them out there, and just hear and feel things back. Love it. So there's that. Thank you. I think of that a lot, actually. It's good to have that in the forefront for me as I do the show. I just try to be me, but it's good to remind myself that it's part of a larger community, both the whiskey community and just the YouTube community and what I can barely say community, apparently. I haven't had that much. All right, enough on that. Oh, thank you for going along with me on the ride on the contemplative moment. For those, some I know it's not their thing. That's fine. The thing we decided to do was just whatever we're doing, it'll just be our thing. And I've got all this water out. I haven't added anything to it. Let's do a little drop. And I left some in there, but let me add just a little bit more so that doesn't get drowned out. Christmas Eve. Family, maybe a fire, and whiskey for sure. Friends, relax a little bit, and relax a lot. So as the single grain, it definitely carries that sweet, soft, roundedness. I don't know how to explain it, but when I have grain whiskey, I get like this, it's almost a sweet cereal note, but it's really soft and rounded. It's one of the things I really like about grains when they blend in, even with some of the Johnny Walkers and stuff, that it gives that real nice, approachable grain note feeling. I don't know what to call it. And that's here. Definitely here. It's like a toasted cereal nut on the finish. Well, thanks for joining me as I tasted through the 6th edition and reminisced or got contemplative. Scotch It. You Scotch gods. Sláinte.